The Sun did it again. One more time, one of the most unimportant articles are presented on November the 13th, 2023. Victor Osimhen owns two Premier League shirts, namely Manchester United and Chelsea. And it was mentioned because there are some English clubs that are wanting the footballer to play for their team in the Premier League. It is shocking to hear about the ridiculous amount of money that footballers make for chasing a ball across the field together with 21 other people, let alone the money that football generally generates. In the season 2021 and 2022, Manchester United had a revenue of £583 million, and Chelsea is ranked just after Man U with £481 million. The revenue for merchandise sales in 2022 is ranked number 1 for Manchester United with £106.1 million, and the revenue for Chelsea with rank 3 sums up to a total of £92.8 million. Well, what more can we add to this? A current Manchester shirt costs at the homepage of Manchester United £80 and is currently on offer with a code for £48. And the Chelsea shirt at Nike.com costs £79.95. Peter Rohlmann, a German sports marketing expert, highlights that the basic cost of producing an £80 shirt is just £8 per unit, amounting to a mere 10% of the sales price. This production cost includes the expenses related to materials, labor, typically in Asia, and transportation. Now guess who was framed by the newspapers to be involved in sweatshop scandals?
Tangerang, Indonesia, this industrial suburb outside of the capital of Jakarta, with the plans that for the next month we were going to live as Nike's factory workers live, in a workers' slum outside of the capital. On the workers' wages, $1.25 a day.
We slept on a very thin mat on an uneven cement floor covered in shelf paper.
It's like in the rainy season, you would have all that feces just float up into the streets and into your house. You would have football-sized rats that would stampede over the ceiling at night, or the fist-sized cockroaches that would crawl over you at night. We went over to Nike's corporate offices. Nike denied us that.
Nike headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon had faxed an info sheet out to all the factories to be placed on the wall for all workers to see that read, "If you are approached,
do not speak to them. There will be severe consequences if you're found talking to them."
Anywhere from significant harassment to death.
See, this massive pile of scrap shoe rubber came from one of Nike's factories, and piles like that get dumped there all the time, and the end result of these piles is that they get burned in that village. Burning fumes will give off toxins and carcinogens. Kids are paying the price.
They earn sometimes less than $1 a day, but they produce several shirts daily, which cost £8 each in its production. So each shirt they produce worth at least 4 times their daily salary. Some media outlets in the past have raised allegations that also children are involved in the sweatshop activities, which these bigger companies have denied. Fact is that it is happening on our planet. What world are we living in where a person's life is worth less than the stack of clothes which they produce a day? These clothes are witness to the criminal essence of these man-made systems that allow man, woman and child to be exploited for cheap. It is a disaster, and one more time, since it is happening somewhere else in the world, we don't seem to be bothered. May Allah hasten the change for the world and speed up the success for the ones standing up for the oppressed.
I just hated those clothes. They were woven with the energy of my suffering. Many times when I was in the sweatshop, I would collapse onto the large bundle of clothes that I was making. Like, I didn't even have a bed, and I would just daydream like where these clothes are going. I started to talk to the shirt or the clothes that I was making and saying, whoever will wear these clothes, I hope they can feel me. I hope they can feel my blood. I hope they can see my tears. Because as a young child, I just wanted to go to sleep, and it was not possible.
These governments, these leaders, they don't even believe in God. They've sold themselves to the devil long ago. They push children to the front lines. If they did believe in God, then they would know that there is something that is being desecrated, that is more holy, and that is the hearts of those little children that are the real temple that God's Spirit was meant to dwell in.